gonna lose this thing. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paige Moran, and I'm the secretary for the class of 2016. It is my sincere pleasure to introduce the baccalaureate speaker for our class. Dr. Craig Poisson was named the Springfield College Director of Athletics on April 15, 2015, after spending the previous 19 years as a member of the Springfield College athletic staff and professor of physical education. Since taking over the reins of one of the premier Division III athletic departments in the country, one that is steeped in tradition and excellence, Poisson's leadership has been focused on developing a first-class student-athlete experience for all those who wear the Springfield College uniform. Please join me in welcoming the baccalaureate speaker for the class of 2016, Dr. Poisson.
Thank you, Paige. President Cooper, Board of Trustees member, Springfield College faculty, staff, administrators, parents, guardians, extended families, guests, and most importantly, the members of the graduating class of 2016. I am honored to have been selected to deliver your baccalaureate address. Thank you for the opportunity. When I was approached to serve in this capacity, I was quickly informed of two guiding principles. But my brain heard rules. Rule number one, be reflective, followed by rule number two, be brief. I was so excited to be invited to serve in this role, I accepted immediately. It wasn't until I got in my car to head home that evening when two things hit me. First, I had accepted a monumental task that would require research, devotion, and my best thinking. It was the second thing that hit me as more of a concern. How am I supposed to reflect on the past 4 years of hundreds of soon-to-be college graduates? Take the number of graduates and multiply it by 4. How am I supposed to reflect on thousands of years and be brief? Here is my best effort. Soon after being asked to speak today, I learned of the tradition of the NSO Executive Board bestowing a class song on the incoming class at the conclusion of NSO, or New Student Orientation. I subsequently learned that this tradition has been in place for at least 25 years. Earlier in this ceremony, we heard pieces of the 2016 class song bestowed on them in the fall of their first year on campus by the NSO Executive Board of 2013. The song is titled "The Lucky Ones." I learned of this song and the tradition itself during an enlightening meeting with your class board, after which the song and the lyrics were emailed to me. The opening line of "The Lucky Ones," during which the class of 2016 reflections were heard moments ago, is on the edge of the moment. The weight of that 6-word sentence, on the edge of the moment. Did that NSO group in 2013 have the wherewithal to anticipate the magnitude of this weekend when they selected the lucky ones for the class of 2016? Were they truly forward thinkers? Because class of 2016, you are, right now, during this weekend, on the edge of the moment. The opening line stuck with me. I couldn't get it out of my head. On the edge of the moment. It consumed me. I added it to my iPod. You know that device, the one that became widely popular where you were in the 2nd grade. I listened to it over and over. I needed to find out more. I needed to research the genesis of that opening line. So I used that invention created when you were about 2 years old, called a web-based email service. And I reached out to the artist, the one who wrote and sang The Lucky Ones, Brendan James. I heard back from Brendan's manager, Amy. I explained my story to Amy, how I was selected to speak to the class of 2016 at Springfield College, and how the class song was The Lucky Ones, and how I was fixated on the opening line that was seemingly written for a baccalaureate service. Soon after, Amy brokered a deal, and Brendan and I had a deep and insightful conversation on our iPhones, that device that became widely popular when you were in the 7th grade. I asked Brendan, on the edge of the moment, what was the moment? And you know what his reply was? He said, I guess that is why I wrote this song, because I knew I would get a call one day. And then he went on to tell me that he set out to write a big, brave song about an idealistic view of the world, about living the dream, and most importantly, about entering a new phase of life. And I said to myself, kudos to the class of 2013. They nailed it. So while I intend to be reflective, it's hard to overlook the message embedded in your class song. Dream big as you enter a new phase in your life. And then there is the chorus. 3 lines. This moment is yours, this moment is mine, and we're going to be fine. And here is what my new BFF, the abbreviation that became widely popular around the time most of you were born, here is what my new BFF, Brendan James, had to say. No matter what your friends or parents do or say, find the things you do most naturally and find the people you feel most natural around, and you will be fine. So reflect on those times you felt just fine at Springfield College. Who were you with? What were you doing? Was it pre-camp, NSO, or your first ice cream social? Was it that club or organization? What were you doing with those classmates, roommates, floor mates, or teammates? When did you feel most natural? In that study group, playing in or watching that athletic contest or performance? Were you hanging out in the union, sledding during a snowstorm, watching Netflix? Were you in Cheney or in the weight room with your strength and conditioning card? Did you feel most natural presenting your capstone experience or conducting research? Take that which you did at Springfield College with the people you felt most natural around and replicate it, and you will be fine, is the message from the artist. Brendan James, again, references parents as the lucky ones, includes these 2 lines. Our parents, they taught us there's no way to know you'll do better than we ever did. Mr. James had this to add. We are on the cusp of a simple revolution of fresh-minded people that have their eyes open like no generation before. Class of 2016, I agree that your parents or guardians believe in you and believe that you will do better than we ever did. And I could say we because I know what it feels like to have your heart outside your body. And this belief is not grounded in the immediacy of the information age that is swift but often not deep. Rather, it is rooted in your educational values, reinforced inside and outside the classroom during your 4 years at this great institution. Reflect on the impact your parents or guardians had on you well before you arrived on this campus. And reflect on the impact a member of the Springfield College community had on you, that faculty member, your coach, or a member of the staff or administration. And even though your parents already heard your appreciation during President Cooper's comments, if you want to applaud, to voice your emotional state of reflection for those that love you and helped you along the way, feel free to do that again. Before my time on this stage is done, I have an obligation to set the record straight. It is my understanding that serious efforts were made through the use of social media, that platform that became widely popular when you were in the 5th grade, to secure the worldwide leader in granting wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation to be your baccalaureate speaker. The person granting all these wishes in service to others as he embodies the humanics philosophy of Springfield College is a former student athlete at Springfield College, now of WWE, Hollywood, and TV fame. You all have to have my back when years from now I tell people I once replaced John Cena. In closing, my research made it abundantly clear that a baccalaureate ceremony is designed to be a brief event held in an intimate setting, allowing the audience to stop and think. That's right, reflect on the rite of passage to soon be celebrated. Members of the class of 2016, there is no doubt that tomorrow you will be on the edge of the moment. Embrace it. cherish it, and celebrate it. But allow me to suggest that life will inevitably bring you to the edge of other moments. And when it does, I contend that reflecting on your time on this campus will assist in your effort to, as the saying goes, live well, laugh often, and love much. Class of 2016, thank you, enjoy the moment, and congratulations.